So now on the show, I want to take a look at a new French film that has just hit Australian cinemas. It's called The Kitchen Brigade, and it's directed by Louis Julien Petit. Now, this is a kind of fascinating film. I have to admit, this is a film that really, really drew me in, and then left me kind of disappointed at the end. Now, the film centers around a chef called Kathy, played by Audrey LeMay, and she finds herself at the start of this film caught in working in a restaurant that's owned by a celebrity, and her food is what makes the restaurant, but her boss, the owner, keeps on wanting to change her recipes and in ways that Kathy feels doesn't do them service. So she ends up quitting and walking out. But she finds it quite difficult to find another job. And then one day she finds an ad online, and she turns up for the job for an interview, only to discover that the person who put the ad online kind of lied. Now, the person who put that ad online is Lorenzo, played by Francois Cluzet. And he basically runs a hostel / boarding school / educational center for illegal refugees that have come to France and need to learn English. His role is to teach them enough English so that they can then get into another course, which will ensure that they will be able to stay in France. Now, he is working with a kind-hearted, well-meaning teacher named Sabine, played by Chantal Neuwirth, and they want to welcome Kathy with open arms, but she's kind of put off when she realizes what the job is at first. She ends up accepting it, but finds very early on that she starts to clash with some of the students. She's used to working in a kitchen where she is boss, and I guess also a little bit of what's happened with her from her previous job with the owner of the restaurant is still there with her, and this time she wants things to be in charge. Things change, though, however, when she starts to get close to one of the students called Gus Gus, played by Yannick Calombo, who shows that there's students in the school that are willing to learn to work underneath a chef. She soon realizes that she can get rid of a lot of the boring food that's on the menu at the cafeteria and replace it with something good, but she will need help from the students. She also clashes with a student called Jibril, played by Mamadou Koita, who comes from a background where it's obvious that he's been taught that women shouldn't be in charge. So he kind of has difficulty working in a kitchen under a female chef. As the film goes on, though, Kathy becomes closer to a lot of the students, and she starts to learn their story. Now, this is where I think the film pulls away. This film had a chance to pull a really, really powerful punch. We feel for a lot of the students that are here, but things happen way too quick in this film. We have a moment where the authorities suddenly send in doctors to take each of the kids away and x-ray them to prove whether they are under 18 or over 18. And I think that was not handled well in the film. This should have been a film that made a really powerful statement about how countries treat refugees that arrive in their country seeking help. It didn't do that, which it should have, because it really had you drawn in and liking these kids. There's also something that happens at the end of this film that happens for the last quarter of the film, and it happens so quickly that it kind of annoyed me as an audience member, which is a shame because I love the character of Kathy. I love the whole element of the school for refugees. I thought this could have been a really, really powerful film, but it just fell away towards the ending. Now, I will say this is still a film I think that a lot of people will enjoy. I did enjoy the film. I just thought that it could have packed so much more of a punch. But having said that, I'm still going to give it 3 out of 5 stars.